Hello, YouTube. Hello, YouTube. This is Jacqueline. I am the content creator for Four Seasons Garden. And today we're doing a little testing of our system, hoping this works exactly how we expect it to work. So we're going to definitely test it. So today we are going to be doing mainly labeling two of our systems. We're going to try to do this in the landscape mode. Normally we try to do these things in a portrait mode, but because we want you to see the whole process, and I think it'll be better in this mode than in the landscape, we're going to go for it. So Jacqueline, content creator for Four Seasons Garden. I'm a master gardener. I garden in zone 7A here in Northern Virginia. Been gardening for over 20 years. And right now we're concentrating on our hydroponics. A lot of people ask me 4 seasons. How do you say it? 4 seasons. Why? Because there's 4 seasons in the year, and we garden here in all 4 seasons. We garden in winter, we garden in spring, we garden in summer, and we garden in fall. And then of course, fall, winter, we mainly garden here in hydroponics, which is our fall winter season right now. With today being the winter solstice. So this is one of my favorite days of the year. Why? Because the days now start to get longer again. And that means that spring is coming and summer is coming and we can get back outdoors. So I love December 21st, one of my favorite days. But today we're going to do some labeling. So we have our little Cricut Joy here that we are going to be using to label. What did I do with the... I know the box is here. Here it is. We are going to use our green smart vinyl and our Cricut Joy here. And so let's get started. We have our Farmer Chaz here. This is the one that we are going to christen today, Farmer Chaz. And while we are here, the Marvel of Four Seasons has sprouted. So let me see if I can bring you in a little bit closer. I'm going to try to pick this up without breaking it. I'm going to go ahead and take the cap off of it without hopefully decapitating it like we did the other plants the other day. See if we can bring this in. And do you see that little seedling there? Yep, we have our first Marvel of Four Seasons. So we are going to set this down gently back into its spot. Bring the lights back down. And there we go. So we were able to show you that piece. Get my footstool going here so I can be comfortable. Set it in the right direction. Sorry about all the noise. There, that's better. Okay, so let's get the Cricut going. So I am going to share my screen. And hopefully you're able to see that now. All right, so we are going to start a new project. And we need a blank canvas. And what we forgot to do is get ourselves a ruler. So let me grab my Paper Chef mat. Looks like we actually had a ruler in the drawer. So we're going to put Farmer Chaz right here in the middle. So we know that we only need to be 1 inch high. And I probably only want it to be like 4 inches, 5 inches wide. So let me come in here, put a text box on. And she is at Farmer. Make sure I do that correctly. Let me go make sure that I tag that. YouTube. Farmer. And she is capital F, capital C. Want to make sure I did that correctly. Let's make this a little bit wider. I think you can see all of that. Farmer Chaz. All right, and I'm good with that. So we're going to click the, oh, I guess I need to make sure it's the right. Let's go make sure. I'm going to hit. It's been a while since I've used this. So you guys are going to be patient with me. There we go. So we want our height to be 1 inch. That's going to make our size 6.74. I don't think I want it quite that big. So let's see if we can size it down to 5. That still doesn't look bad. So I'm good with that. So we're going to hit the make button. And we don't need to save it. We're going to do it without a mat. We're going to continue. And we are good with that. Let's get this opened here. Looks like we had gotten this on clearance for $4 at Walmart. So, all right, we're going to have to get our scissors. Grab scissors. Put that aside. And we're going to click continue. We are using our Smart Violin matless. All right. Yeah, let me switch our video here so that you're able to see what we're doing. All right, I think that's better for now. And we're going to hit go. It's taking its sweet time, but it's getting there. There we go. I said I haven't used this in a while. It is cutting. It's doing what it's supposed to do. What I should have done is cut Armor Cab and Shelly at the same time. Not smart. That's okay. All right, it's going to unload it. And there it is. It says at Farmer Chaz. Oh, for some reason, the S did not cut as well. All right. We'll play around with it. We'll see what happens. I think it was rusty. It hasn't worked in a while. Wasn't quite sure what it's supposed to do. All right. Give me a moment while I go get the, you know what I might do? You guys know me. I'm not gonna let this go to waste. There's that. All right, let me go get the tape. All right, I'm back. I changed my mind. We're going to just throw this one out. And we are going to redo it on a mat. So, I needed all my tools. So, grab those while it was up there. Set them right here for now. We don't do anything too crazy. We'll set them over here for now. All right, so we're gonna use this leftover piece and we're gonna put it on a mat. So we have our Cricut Joy mat. We are going to set that right on here. And we're gonna click I'll show you my screen in a second. And all right, let's do this. Let's figure out where our StreamYard is. All right, here we are. We're back on our stage. And we're doing smart vinyl. We're not doing matless. We're actually doing the matte. All materials. I guess we could call it matless because it is. We're doing it on the mat. We're going to do it. See what it says. It tells me I'm crazy. It tells me I'm crazy. It's working. So we're good to go. All right, we're going to click the go button. And then we're going to right, you should be seeing. Let me turn it so you can see it more. My daughter got me this for my birthday or Christmas a few years ago. That was much better. So we're going to tell it to release it. Very good. All right, perfect. That looks so much better. It cut as it should. Set that up there. Try to bring this up to see. I don't think you're gonna be able to see it in the camera, but we're gonna put it up there anyway. So I don't know if you can see that, but you'll see it once we do the other parts. So there's that. Then we're going to get our transfer tape. And we just need right there across. So we're going to do that. Off our transfer tape. There we go. One of our scrapers. That wasn't right. Ignore me. This is what happens when you haven't done this in so long. You don't do things correctly. Hopefully I can take this off without messing it up. It looks like we're home base. All right, cool. Let's do this correctly now. Tell you, I'm rusty. There we go, though. There's that. Put that aside there. Here, take out that part for the A. This part for the E. This part for the A. And this part for the at. Oh, that flicked somewhere. There it is. Now I'm going to be able to show you this part. There it is. You see it? It's at Farmer Chess. All right. Let's get this now on here. So we're now transferring what we cut through the Cricut onto the transfer tape. This is the fun part. Gonna get it to transfer from there to here. Sometimes it doesn't work as well as it should. There we go. Up. Scratch that a little bit more. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, let's move this stuff out of the way. See if I can bring you in a little bit closer. We are going to get this on the front of here. So we're going to use our little lip pot there on the front to be a little guide for us. We're going to use our scraper again. Scrape it enough. There it goes. All right, there we go. That one is now officially labeled. See if I can bring you in a lot more. Have it on a... It's not working with me. Let me take the let me just take the video off. We'll adjust this in the original feed. All right, there we go. Farmer Chaz. Let's get our camera back where we need it to be. All right, let's flip this up a little bit more. All right, that one's done. Throw that in the trash pile. All right, and now let's do Shelly. I need to go look up Shelly's. Shelly's Homestead Hideaway. And she's capital S, capital H, capital H. All right, so let's go back to our Cricut. All righty. So we are going to go home. And, oh, we're going to go to the make. Then we're going to tell them we're done. Of course, they want to sell you stuff. All right, so we already have this one here. So we're just going to delete it. We're going to make this easy enough. So we're going to copy and paste. There we go. So Shelly's is showing. Let's go look at the more. Nope. Where did we find that information out earlier? Because the more up here. Here we are. So we know we want 1 inch high. Go in here and type it in 1 inch. Enter. And it's given us 11 inches. We don't want it to be quite that big. We're doing this on a, let me go grab the system we're doing it on. Let me switch my camera for a second so you guys can see this. All right, so here is the purple kohlrabi. And it looks like we have another one that's germinated. So we're going to go ahead and take the cover off of that. So we're going to put Shelly's Homestead Hideaway across the front of here. Let me move this out of the way so I can set it down. And what did I do with the ruler? Here it is. So we said 7, and that won't be bad, 7 inches. That would be perfect for this one. So we're going to move this out of the way for a second. Kids had some crumbles on this table. Sweep it up a little bit. The constant sweep, clean mode when you have teenagers in the house. That's okay. So, you already grabbed that one piece. Here's the other leftover piece. So we're going to just put that right here. Get this a little bit higher. There we go. That works. That part's done. And then we have Shelly's Homestead Hideaway. Let's click the make button. And we're doing it on a mat. And we're going to click confirm. And it says it needs 9 inches. We have 9 inches. Oh, we dropped that down to 7. Let's hit the cancel button. Yeah, we don't want 9 inches. That's too big. There, that's much better. What we said, right? 7. Yeah. 7 inches will be fine. We're going to hit the make button. I'm doing it on a mat. There's 7. Hit continue. And we are telling it we're doing, doesn't matter whether I say matless or not. Still works the same way. All right, let's move this up. Since we have to go a lot further this time. Hopefully you can still see that in the camera. It didn't like that it hit something. It is very particular. It's being very particular. I don't think it thinks it's matless. All right, so let's do this. Pause. Pause. There we go. Not sure what it's thinking there. So let's go ahead and click the cancel. Yes, we're going to cancel the cut. You're going to click continue. We're going to hit cancel all the way. Yes. I'm going to go back to cancel. Oops. Cancel. We're going to do what we did the other time. We're going to tell it was without a mat. We're going to hit the continue button. Sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. All right. Don't tell. It's just being silly now. All right. All right, when this happens, so there's not enough material. There's more than enough material. We unplug. Shh, don't tell anybody. Then we replug. All right, let's see if it finds the cricket again. Continue. All right. It is not liking this today. It is not liking Shelly at all. All right, let's hit the cancel. Yes. Cancel. Make. We're going to say it's on a mat. 1.5 by 12. Continue. Continue. And we're going to say it's vinyl. All right, am I missing it? It is vinyl. It's removable vinyl. Right there. That's what we were doing, but it's not matless. So we're just going to tell them it's premium vinyl. And I'm going to click done. I don't know why it's being so silly. Well, it's working now. Click go. Let's get this in the video so you can see it. The laptop out of the way. Oh, yes, you need to see it down here. Hopefully you're able to see that. Just the camera a little bit better. There we go. All right, so we started firmer tests with WIG 2025 on December 1st, and we have our orange hat that's popped up. We've had our cucumber that's popped up. We've now had our marvel of 4 seasons. So, and it is now the 21st. It took it almost 21 days. I saw this peeking through a little bit yesterday. So 20 days before that marvel of season popped up. So that's interesting that it took that long. I did go in the Paris Island the other day because I thought that I had forgotten to plant something in it. So I added more in there. I don't see anything going on in the freckle romaine. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. All right, let's go ahead and tell this to unload. So we are now unloaded. We got out of the way. that off the mat, move that out of the way. Let me bring you guys in a little bit closer. So hopefully you can see this time what we were doing. Around our camera here a little bit. Let me lock it in because it wants to do other things than what I want it to do. Give me a moment. All right. Oh, wow. This is not cooperating now. Remember we talked about mothers being ingenious? I know how to make this work how I want it to work. All right, so here we are. So that's a little bit more light too. All right, so what we're gonna do is make sure we don't cut what we're not supposed to cut. So we're gonna go in here, cut this all the way across. So now we're just left with this part right here. All right, now we're going to get this part here. We are going to clean this all out. See what almost happened there, right? That's it. Remember when these little things pop up? That is the I for hideaway. And it's a few times. Remember a few things I need to look for. Those eyes will get away from you. And the L there is trying to get away from us. Get that back in there in a second. All right. So, get this L back in where it's supposed to go. That's where patience comes in handy. There's that. That H O E right there. Right there. There. A D E A. Come on. A. Other A. Alrighty. You get the E up here. A up here. Let's fix the I. That. That works. Shelly is the one who introduced me into YouTube. So this is a shout out for her and all her encouragement to get me started on this YouTube adventure. Cut there. All the way across here. That out of the way. Go. All right. Let's hope this just comes. Nope. Of course not. There we go. All right, almost there. All right, perfectamundo. All right, let's flip this upside down here, and let's grab. All right, now remove our sticker here. All right, here is Shelly. Hopefully my big head's not in the way. All righty, here we go, Miss Shelly. All right. There we go. Here, a little bit more. All right. Turn that down. All righty. And just like that, we have Shelly labeled. All right, let's get this camera up so you guys can see me. Can't wait for my gimbal for Christmas. Oh, am I just speaking that out there? Yes, I'm speaking that out there. So that was a fun little project. We got it done. I think my camera's a little wonky there. See if we can fix it. All right, so we labeled our systems. Thank you for joining us. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. Please take a moment to like this video. We're going to be adding more content, but this was just something that we needed to do. We needed to label these two that we were just giving some flowers to some ladies that have inspired us. Farmer Chaz wanted this salad bar, taking me out of my comfort zone. You guys know I'm very much structured, that I will only plant one type of seed in a system. So this is out of my comfort zone. So bringing me out of my comfort zone, putting a fruiting with lettuces, which is very unusual for me, but we're trying it out, see how it goes. And we are feeding this one with hashtag WIG 2025, the salad bar with AeroGarden food. We will be adding calcium to it. So the lettuces are going to get AeroGarden with calcium. So it'll be interesting to see how they grow with that additional calcium. But thank you so much for joining. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next episode.